How's it going, everybody? My name is Iron Pacifist, and welcome back to my Level 3 Iron Man Skiller Progress Series. In the last episode, we finished off base 90s on the account, worked on some runecraft at GOTR, and saved up all of the points. This time, we're going to start off with a little bit of thieving, because our seed stock are woefully low, and then we'll head back into some GOTR, and maybe even do Lost City, because I am woefully behind on doing the Cosmic Altar. So we're going to start with stealing as much as we can from this guy, and I'll see you back when we got some nice loot to show for it. And yes, I know I wasn't wearing the Rogue's outfit. That was just for the intro. Don't worry, I'm putting it on. And one more note before we get started on the thieving. This is what we're starting with our seed stocks, practically nothing. And we are starting with 6666k XP to level 98. So we'll see what seeds we get, and then when we run out of them, we'll see how much more Herblore XP we've banked. Alright, so I was looking at my secondaries, because Herblore's coming up after Runecraft. We're low on Limpworts, we're low on Snapegrass, so I'm going to start, or have been starting to incorporate those into my farm runs. And it takes a very long time. So I'm just going to throw up a timer. I haven't actually done this, and I want to see how long it takes for me to run all of these Snapegrass and Limpworts. Keeping in mind, it was around 5 minutes to do just herbs, so we'll see together. And as I run over to the Leprechaun to note this last Snapegrass, our stopwatch is at nearly 12 minutes. And I had some dead patches too, and some quick patches. You know, I often get over 250 to 300 Snapegrass. So that's even maybe a little lower than usual. And when you take this 12 and you add in 2 minutes for a birdhouse run, that puts us at nearly 15 minutes for these runs to do. Which means I'm spending most of my time playing this game farming, which is real interesting. And another thing it's doing is grinding through my compost way faster. Instead of doing one patch at each location, just being the herb, I'm now doing 4 patches at each location, right? So I'm going through my compost 4 times as fast. But I've kind of thought about either switching back to watermelons occasionally to get that extra, compost that I need, but I've ultimately decided, of course this bunny is in the way, I hate this bunny, that I think it's going to be more efficient in the long run if what I do is just start composting using the Snapegrass. And a lot of people may find this to be abhorrent to waste Snapegrass on the compost bin when I could just use watermelons. But I think it'll be more efficient. And I have so many Snapegrass seeds that it'll end up being fine in the end, right? Even if I use half of my Snapegrass on compost, which it won't be. It'll be much less than that. I'm still going to end up with over 20k Snapegrass, which will be more than enough for 99 Herblore. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Still pickpocketing this farmer and doing those farm runs. Basically spent all of my time on this game working on Herblore, which is, I can't wait. Cannot wait for that to be done. I'm so close to finishing that and Hunter, or at least banking Herblore, not finishing it. Finishing Hunter for real, and that'll be real nice. Then I can actually play the game. And I was running a little low on volcanic ash running those compost runs, so I just picked up another 2,000. That'll be enough to get over 1,000 more ultra compost. I don't think I've shown this before, but this has got to be the best spot for master farmers. It's kind of set up like the Arty Knight, where it will just walk back and forth between 2 tiles without ever despawning, and if you angle the camera right, all you gotta do is click, and you'll never have to move your mouse. The setup does require a second account, so I have my main standing on this tile, and the farmer walks back and forth between these 2 tiles. Her range ends there, so she doesn't walk outside of that. And she'll just walk back and forth forever. You just have to point your camera east, which is wrong, I think, on RuneLight. Like if you say north, the end goes to north. If you say south, the end goes to south. But if you say east, that's west. The end goes to west. I don't know. It's messed up. Anyway, this is a great setup because then you just spam click and you don't have to move. The only issues are, first of all, this person, Rosie. As you can see, I've disabled by swapping my left click on her to walk. So you don't click on her because she'll walk between the camera and your mouse a lot. And then the other one is if someone walks through your character, then it doesn't become solid to NPCs anymore. And people walk through my main a lot to get to Hespori over here. They walk right up here, walk through him to Hespori, and then she just wanders away. So you have to do this on a low population world or at low population times to kind of get this to work. Otherwise, people will just keep resetting it over and over, and it's just RNG to get her over here. There's no way to force her like there is an Artie Knight that you can spear. So I'm on, you know, the Australian 1250 world at like 3 a.m. in Australia to do that. So yeah, there we are. That's my little Master Farmer tips and tricks. And as I finish off this farm run, throwing into the bank, I've hit my Limpwort goals. Went a little over. My goal was 2,000. We'll have to do more eventually, but that should at least cover us for the time being with those 1,900 quarms. Have enough snape grass for now, but I am going to go to 10,000 just because we have such a big stack of ranner seeds. We're going to need quite a bit more. And I think I'm done making compost with snape grass. It just takes so long to do snape grass and limpworts and herbs and compost. My farm runs were taking 25 minutes. By the time I was done, the limpwort I planted here, and I switched them back to nasturtiums for the watermelons don't die on my last run. By the time I planted this limpwort here, did everything and came back, this would be ready to harvest. That's how long my farm runs took. So I'm done doing limpworts. I'm done doing compost. So now it's just snape grass till about 10k. And with these last couple pickpockets and some absolutely abysmal XP per hour, 95 thieving on the level 3 Iron Man. Seeds nicely restocked. We're going to go check out what we got in the bank for our seed stocks now. I'll show you the loot tracker. Of course, this includes almost all my master farmers, so not the most useful, but this is the up-to-date master farmers. Ranners, snaps, toadflax, torstals, aventos, cadentines, just showing all the herb seeds so you can see what they are. Wow, the guams are more value than the irits just because there's so many of them. That's funny. And more value than the lantidimes and the dwarfs. Also getting way more torstals than I got dwarfs. That's weird. Also some cool drops from master farmers, like 23 farming capes and 23 rings of the elements and a dragon fruit sapling. You know, those cool rare drops. Herbs very nicely restocked. Some of these I have been using on farm runs. Just to you know, keep up, although near the end I stopped doing farm runs just because it was taking so long with the like 30-minute farm runs for snape grass. So I slowed down a little bit because I just wanted to finish the thieving grind. It was just taking way too many days, more than it should have. But here's where we're looking at. Haven't used any of the ranners, irits, or harlanders, or toadflax, so those are all from the last level. Very nice stacks there. And as we empty out the common seeds, are we going to get over, no, not quite over 100k onions yet, or 100k's on any of the commons other than potatoes. Not yet, but there we go. 95 thieving, finally, and I can move on. So I was going to say the next thing we were going to do is go back to Goder to finish off the next RC level. However, I want to finally stop putting off Lost City. So we're going to go get started on this quest and show off some of the fun and weird mechanics that we're going to be using to get this one done. Alright, over here to start the quest using the handy dandy Ring of the Elements to get to the water altar. Man, that is so much better to get here than it was back in the day. But we're going to start the quest. This is not the inventory we're going with for the quest. This is just some teleports I wanted to get started with it. And once we get to the actual fun parts of combat with no XP, then I'll tune you guys back in. I'll start with the boring stuff by myself. Okay, so this is the inventory we're mostly going with. It's mostly PD with a few range potions to help improve accuracy. The concape was just to get here. We'll deposit that now. and I've got an amulet of the eye just to telly out a little bit quicker. Unfortunately, not able to use any accuracy improving gear, so this might be a little painful. But we're going to head in, and then I'll also show you on my main what that looks like. So this inventory, again, no gear on, obviously. Telly bag is just to get out more quickly. And then we have a Tan's Fang and a chisel to make a blowpipe on the island. And I'm just going to show you that this inventory does work. We have dart tips, Zolra scales, and feathers to make darts and then fill the blowpipe with, and brews to get my range level down. So we're going to use a strat similar to what I did for the dwarves on the last quest, which was to venom them with the main, and then use my skiller to PD them after they'd regened the damage from the venom. So you have to do 1 damage with a blowpipe, get the enemy to regen, and then PD them, and then the venom will kill them, and the iron will get kill credit. So that is going to be the setup, and we're going to start with doing it on the zombies. The old strat used to be to do easy clues for the axe. I'm just going to do this with zombies. So to get the axe, and should make it a little bit quicker for me. Okay, I made one mistake. I forgot weaken runes for the main. That'll just help me hit a little more accurately with the PD on pacifist. So I went and grabbed those. And now it is time to get started. So we're going to make ourselves a blowpipe, make ourselves some darts. Oh, I need more inventory spots. That's why I originally, I guess I'll drop a brew. I originally did not fill my inventory just because I thought this might happen. But we're going to make some darts real quick. Okay, darts all made. We can not wield those. Thank you very much. We can load those into the blowpipe, load our scales into the blowpipe, and we are ready to go. And the last thing I'll show is if we check a DPS calculator, if our range is level 4, we have a max hit of 2. If our range is level 3, we have a max hit of 1. That's all that really matters. The rest of the DPS and stuff doesn't matter. That's all. So we're going to brew down to 3 range, hit a 1, and then hope that I can time. This orb helps with timing the regen. A zombie to get that PD off on it and get ourselves an axe. Made a couple mistakes there on my loadout on the main. First of all, forgot brewed down, not able to use vulnerability spell because my magic level is also 3. So I ditched the runes and got house tabs because I couldn't even get out of here without home telly. And also the Serp Visage. I don't know how I forgot that. You know, I only have a 50% venom chance without that. With it, I'll now have a 100% chance. So I'm going to try again, this time without missing one critical item. Alright, second inventory. Ran out of Zolra scales on the Serp. I only brought 250, so this time I brought 5k. And I ran out of PD on pacifist. I only had like 4 left, so this time I brought a few more. Inventory 2. Alright, this zombie here is the first one I've managed to successfully venom PD. I've been here a while, gotten pretty unlucky, and bronze axe on the first. Fantastic, and we still have plenty of PD left for the big boss. That's what I was really worried about, was that it would take too much and I would run out before the big guy. So that's fantastic. And now it is time to try to get over to the Draman tree without getting killed by this demon. Alright, we're going to do the run together. And I think looks like I'm south enough. Oh, fuck. I live. We live. We live. I have no idea why I did that. I fully forgot I had my main here, and I could have just like aggroed the demons and not had to worry about them. Oh well. Okay, so I'm in an unfortunate predicament. I realize I did not bring Guthix Rests to heal over 10, and this guy max hits a 10. And I can't tally out now because I have the axe. I guess I'll just go for it, and if I die, my gravestone should stay here. So I guess I shouldn't have to get the axe again. Okay, I'm panicking less now. Alright. I'm going to spawn this guy, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so this should go pretty much the same technique. Just gonna spawn him. The main will be able to venom him once I lose aggro, and then I PD him once he regens. It's just a matter of finding the safe spot before he kills me. So that's gonna be the fun part that we're gonna start with. And I'm just gonna record this live to see if I die right off the bat. So let's go. Oh, what a good spawn. Oh my god. Alright. This should be alright. So I think the worst part of this is that if you don't get the PD off before the venom tick, you just have to wait for him to die, which takes like 2 minutes or 3 minutes. You know, you really would be really nice if you had a third account, you could bring it in to kill it more quickly, or bring in magic pots and combat runes on your main to kill it more quickly, just so you don't have to wait as long. But I don't have a third account right now, and I'm too lazy to go get magic pots and then have to make another Serp helmet, another blowpipe, so we're just gonna do it the slow way. Oh, we got it. He has been venomed and PD'd successfully on about try number 5. Now we just wait for him to die. So I think I actually got a little bit unlucky here in my luck, in that I poisoned it, which is a 1 in 4 chance with PD, which normally is what you want when you're using PD, except for the fact that I'm using venom strats. So I venomed it first, which would kill it much faster than poison, and now is not, because the poison overrode the venom. He'll still die. I'll do enough damage with the poison for him to die. He only has 80 HP, 85. It'll just take a little bit longer. The last poison proc should be hitting in just a second on this guy to finish the boss of Lost City. I guess I got lucky with the PD. I didn't even technically need the main or the venom. I could have just PD'd it, but whatever. We used the venom. It worked. I'm going to drop a bunch of stuff as much as possible and just collect a ton of Drummond staves, or Drummond branches, I guess, before they're not staves yet, and then we'll go turn in this quest. And in front of the shed, we're going to cut our Draymond branch into the staff and head into Zenaris for the first time completing Lost City. Oh, that feels good. Access to the Cosmic Altar now when we go back to GOTR, which will be very nice. I feel like this is supposed to be a simple little 15-minute quest for most people. It took me like 3.5 hours to do all that stuff with the venom and the dynamite, but that's okay. It's done now. It feels good. And I think we're going to call this episode there. In this episode, we did some thieving, we restocked on some herb supplies, and we completed a quest that I've been putting off for way too long. And in the next episode, we'll head back to GOTR, get another RC level, and cash in all of those points. So until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.